KD8 SLG. This is KD8 QOL.
KD8 QOL, KD8 SLG. What's up, man?
Hey, I was just curious about this radio I'm on. This is Kenwood TM281. This is in my basement. I normally, talk from my bedroom on a HT or whatever, or in my car. I've got a mobile in that. But this Kenwood's been down here for quite some time, and I've got a J-pole on it, and it's probably maybe 30 feet off the ground. And I checked the SWR, and the SWR checks out okay. I just wanted to see how this thing was, if it sounds okay, if it's coming through okay, and hitting the repeater okay. This is KD8 QOL.
All right, I gotta tell you. First off, I don't have my headset on, so there's that. But listening through this radio, you sound awesome, dude. I mean, full quieting, no background noise at all, full sounding voice, like you're sitting here next to me, kind of transmission. So I don't know if anybody else wants to give you some feedback there, but that's my feedback. Sounds great, man.
All right. Well, that sounds good. That's basically what I was wanting to find out. I may relocate this up into my bedroom area, because it's kind of my radio room. I may relocate this and maybe put the J-pole. I could probably just get more coax and run to it, but this is probably the better radio that I have. But it's been here, like I say, it's in the basement. And every so often I come down here and turn it on, but not often enough. It's normally, like I say, HTs and whatnot, and that's probably why I don't sound as good as I should, but I need to come down here and play around with this one more often. But thank you, Nick. Thank you very much. I'll turn it back over to you or anybody else wants to talk. This is KD8 QOL. Keith over here in Kenmore.
W8WKY.
K5CFY. I concur with Mr. Nick there down here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You are sounding absolutely wonderful. So great radio and great station. K5CFY.
Well, thank you very much, K5CFY. I appreciate it, and thank you for the comeback. So with that, I'll just go ahead and get quiet and wait for the net to come on and join in with you guys. This is KD8 QOL.
The Beacon Net, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
Welcome to the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net. This is Mike. Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo on the Whiskey 8, Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater. I will be doing the pre-checks for tonight. This is a directed net. All traffic needs to go through net control. If there is any priority or emergency traffic, you can break in at any time. The net is on the following: Whiskey 8, Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater on 147.39 with a positive offset and a PL tone of 114.8. All-star node 48496 and Echo Link Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee Robert. Okay. Is there any emergency or priority traffic? Please come now. Okay, we don't have any emergency or priority traffic. As is the normal procedure, we're going to do the net control team, which is the Mickey Mouse roll call. At the top, we have Nick at Night, K8QKO. Nick, are you there? K8QKO.
Hello, Mike, and hello, everyone on the net. I'll be standing by for the net to start tonight at 10 p.m. K8QKO, passing back to net control.
Okay, Nick, you sound great. Nice and quiet. Okay, this is me. I know I am here. Let's go talk to Just Nick, KD8 SLG. Hello, Nick.
K8QWE, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Mike. You sound absolutely fabulous. And looking forward to an exciting net here tonight. KD8SLG, back to net control.
Okay, Nick, and like always, you sound fantastic, and I sound like myself. Let's go up to Medina and see about the Sasquatch of Medina. KD8 EPC, are you there?
KQWE and the BeaconNet pre-show. KD8 EPC is here. I have no responsibilities tonight, so I will be standing by and listening. KD8 EPC, back to pre-net control.
Okay, that sounds good. Everything seems to be working great. Let's go up to the land of snow and maple syrup. Andy, AB8MO, hello. Andy, I only got about a tenth of what you were saying. You are breaking up. You're dropping off of the repeater. You might want to switch to All Star or Echo Link. Over.
Well, I might lose my license if I do that because I'm told that we're only allowed to use RF as the only way. So here we go. I'm on All Star. The blue striped ones, don't call them up during pre-net. Everybody else on the blue screen is checked in. Take it away there, Mike, AB8MO.
Okay, Andy, that sounds a whole lot better. So I won't bother with the people with the blue stripes. I just go ahead and check with who we have on there now. Let's go to Bill in Texas, N5GLO. Hello, Bill.
Howdy, everybody. N5GLO here. Just saying hello. I'm happy to the fact that it's actually down to 79 here on my porch now instead of just now getting down to 89. And we only got up in the 90s today, not the hundreds. And it's supposed to be that way the rest of the week, so we're starting to cool off and be more normal for around here. And I do plan to hang around, so we'll catch you later. N5GLO.
Okay, just one question, Bill. Are you going to be here for the entire net? Over.
That's what I meant when I said I plan to hang around. Yes, I plan to hang on for the entire net.
Okay, Bill, that sounds good. I'm going to go ahead and clear with the N5GLO. And we have Mark KEG4SCK. Hello, Mark.
Hey, good evening, Mike. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm looking forward to the trivia question and the Alan interesting alternate trivia question. Sounds like it's going to be a good one. KG4SCK. Back to Mike and Prenet.
Okay, Mark, that sounds good. We're glad to have you on our net. Okay, let's go to Akron and talk to Keith. KD8QOL. Hello, Keith. K88QOL. Okay, let's move on. Let's go talk to Eric. KE8VZA.
KE8VZA here. Mike, I think you're doing the pre-check, right?
Correct.
Okay, just want to make sure I got the right call sign here. So, KE8QWE, this is KE8VZA. How you doing there, Mike and everybody? I will be staying around for the entire net. Looking forward to it. Thanks, Mike. KE8VZA, back to you.
Okay, Eric, that sounds good. Welcome to our net. So I'm going to go ahead and clear with KE8VZA. If you would like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Kilo Yankee 4, November Bravo, KY4NB, Scott in Memphis, Tennessee.
Kilo 8, Charlie, Mike, Juliet, K8CMJ, CJ, Maslin.
W8WKY.
KD8QOL. This is Keith over here in Kenmore. I had to step away. I don't know if my name was called or not. I had to step away for a minute, but I'm back in here. I'll probably be checking just in and out, but I'm going to sit around for the whole net, so I may recheck.
ASIJB, Manitou for short time.
Okay, I'm going to pause here for a minute, and we'll go ahead and get back to KD8QOL. Yes, I called and you weren't there, but it sounds like I found out what I needed to know. Over.
Yes, like I said, this is KD8QOL. I'm going to call it an in and out, but I am going to sit here because I've got previous things going on. So I'll be in and out, but I may recheck. So I'll be sticking around. So this is KD8QL. Back to net.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll go ahead and clear with KD8QOL. Okay, let's go talk to Scott. KY4NB. Hello, Scott.
Well, net control, KY4NB here, Scott, Land Elvis Barbecues. I'm not sure if it's Mike, maybe it's Mike or Mark Mike, maybe. I know I heard your name a while ago. I apologize. I'm sitting in front of this big yard fan out here to blow the mosquitoes away. It's 75 degrees in Memphis. Beautiful evening, so I'm sitting outside. The X-File doesn't always like the sound of the radio voices coming from wherever. So anyway, I'm out here, and it's nice, and I'm thankful, and I'll be here and listening and try to stay in for that. And I think I heard there was trivia and stuff, so that should be fun. Thanks for taking my check-in, KY4NB, back to the net and net control.
Okay, we're glad to have you on the net. My name is Mike. I've been called an awful lot of things. Some of them were a little bit better than others. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and clear with KY4MB. Let's go to CJ, K8CMJ. Hello.
Hello. Sitting here in Maslin, Enjoy listening to you guys. First-time caller. Suffering through some allergies, horrible allergies, but enjoy listening to you guys. Will not be able to be at the net a little later on, but I just wanted to say hi. Thanks for letting me check in here, and have a good net. Back to Mike. This is K8CMJ.
Okay, that sounds good. I know what you're saying. I have a field of goldenrod out behind my house, and I'm telling you, I've been miserable the last several days. But it's just the way of life for me. Always had allergies. So, okay, well, have a great night. I'm going to go ahead and clear with K8CMJ. Let's go out and talk to Matt. AF5JB. Hello, Matt. AF5JB Matt.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Getting to you and everybody else out on the net. Just want to stop by and say hi for a second. Had a good weekend. Saw my friends out of town. Got back into Tulsa about 2 o'clock, 2:30 this morning. So it's worth the trip, and had a great time. Went to the cookout, and so much of it. Saw some ham radio friends there, so that's pretty cool. Other than that, I'm one and done. Just want to stop by and say hi to everyone, and have a good safe week, and steady through and stay cool and hydrated. We're still hot. It's about 83 degrees in Tulsa right now, so anybody 73, please have me on, and have a good safe work week and a good night as well. Until next time, good to hear everyone, and take your space for your time. This is AF5JB Matt. This is in Tulsa, Oklahoma. About to make a draw. Yeah, thanks again.
Okay, Matt. Well, I hope that you have a great night. Stay cool and drink plenty of water, because I know the heat will take everything out of you. So I'm going to go ahead and clear with AF5JB. I better go ahead and ID this thing. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo on the Whiskey 8 Whiskey Kilo Yankee repeater. If you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Control. This is Whiskey 4 Victor India Alpha, a W4VIA mobile in Gainesville, Florida. I'll be short time negative.
Kilo Echo 8 Bravo Hotel Quebec, KE8BHQ out of Strasburg, Ohio. This is Benjamin.
All right, didn't know you were calling or checking, but I'm going to go ahead and check in. KC8, Fox Victor, Mark and Aurora, KC8 FQV.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go with what I have. I have Whiskey 4 VIA, which is Robert, and he is mobile, so go ahead.
It's a short night, 80 degrees here on my mobile here in Gainesville, but Sitting there waiting on my doctor to open in the morning. Nothing else to do. Just figured I'd check in on the net. 73 to everybody, and I hope everybody have a good day. W4VA.
Okay, that sounds good. Hey, have a great night and stay cool. I'll go ahead and clear with Whiskey 4 VIA. Let's go and talk to Philip, KE8 PJW. Hello, Philip.
KE8QWE, K8PJW. Good evening, Mike, and good evening to all the BeaconNet operators and listeners and controllers. Great to hear everyone tonight. Just sitting here waiting. Actually, we're cleared out our dining room and living room. We're ready, waiting on some floor guys to come out tomorrow and start refinishing the floors. So I think I'm just going to make this an in and out, and because I feel like I'm fading already, and I don't think I'm going to make it past 10 o'clock. So this is K8PJW, back to the net.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, have a great night and get yourself to sleep. Okay, let's go to Strasburg and talk to Ben. KE8BHQ.
W8WKY.
KE8BHQ. I will be sticking around for the net tonight. I don't really have much traffic for today, just mostly stayed around the house, but I will be hanging out. Back to you.
Okay, Ben, well, welcome to the net. And let's go ahead and clear with KE8BHQ. Okay, Mark, KC8FQV. Hello, Mark.
Alright, KCLQV. I didn't know you got me or not, but I guess you did. Yeah, we did the reunion this weekend, 40 years. So, but only 10 really. Well, we have 40, or it could be only 10. I've been there for 30 years after I left the school. But, yeah, went to the game Friday night. We always go to the homecoming game. And when we do our reunion, I don't know why, but that when they do it, we do it on the weekend homecoming is. Sort of early this year. Normally they're towards the end of September or beginning of October. But I don't know what's going to be. Yeah, I went and visited Roundabout Capital in Summit County. Yeah, I think they're going to have to change that city from Green to Roundabout Capital. And they're getting as bad as Akron with construction. Yeah, they're Akron, their construction, I guess. Green decided they want to join in on that construction deal. There's more road work down there in Green, or in Akron and in Green, and so went to my sister's today. Yesterday went to the reunion dinner last night. So it was a pretty good weekend. And this month is going by quick. Because next week is going to be the 17th, and all the Sarah group's going to have their picnic. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I could go to the picnic there. I could go to the Historical Society picnic up in Aurora here. There's a car show up here. I think next weekend, Oktoberfest down in Cuyahoga Falls. I can get some German potato salad. So, oh gosh darn. I didn't go get my potato pancakes today. That's over with out in Manaway. And them are the real good potato pancakes. So we'll send it back to net. KSFQV.
Okay, Mark, as far as the roundabouts go, man, they're putting those things in all over. And I'm sure that you're going to be here for the entire net. So I'm going to go ahead and clear with KC8FQV, and let's go talk to Fred. KE8QFT. Hello, Fred.
Hello, everybody. Congratulations to the Browns and their fans. I believe, yeah. Well, this is just a pre-net, so I don't have to give my trivia now, huh? And that's about it. And I'll have a reminder for everybody, little history lesson and reminder of something that happened. The anniversary tomorrow. KAQFT back to Prenet.
Okay, Fred. Well, we are glad to have you on our net, and I hope you're getting healed up from where you got cut at work. So I'm going to go ahead and clear with KE8QFT. If you'd like to join us for the Sunday night edition of the Beacon Net, please come with your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name, please.
Whiskey Charlie 5, Romeo Bravo Golf, WV3K, RBG, Phil in Canal Fulton, Tulsa.
Good evening.
Okay, we picked up Phil and Shannon. Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Hello, Phil.
Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo. Nice job on the net tonight, and I just turned the radio on actually, so I didn't hear too much. But anyway, been busy today, and was grateful to be able to get the yard cut. And the spark plug happened to blow out from the engine. So I think when it was in the shop, I don't think that they torqued that thing down in place correctly, or did that at all. So a neighbor friend of mine had some tools readily available, Toby, and he gave them to me so I could put it in. He came up with his truck to ask me if there's any other things he could do to help. I said, nope. I said, that did it. Hand him back the tools and hopped on the tractor, and it took off. So I was happy to go ahead and get that accomplished. And the wife came home. She was overnight stay with a friend, and got back today, and she's tending to the cats. And I'm not going to be staying on the net very long. I just wanted to say hello and let you all know that I'm thinking about you, and for those needing prayers for healing mercies, why I'm also vigilant and caring about following through with my needs to follow through with that. And anyway, with that, I'm going to return it back to Net Control, W8WKY, and thank you very much. I think it's Jim I'm speaking with, I'm not sure, or Mikey. Boy, you guys sound so much alike. But correct me if I'm wrong, and I'll just turn it back over to Net. God bless 73s, everyone. WV3K.
Okay, Phil, yeah, this is Mike. Okay, well, I'm glad that you got your mower going. You know, I've heard of that happening. I've never had that happen on an engine, but I'm sure it could. So, okay, well, have a great night. I'll go ahead and clear with Whiskey Victor 3 Kilo, KC5, RBG. Hello, Shannon.
Hello there, Mike in the net, KAC5 RBG. Hopefully I'm speaking up loud enough you can hear me. I got Ken in here asleep. It's been a really busy day for me. Started with an early morning trip, and he was having a headache and his eye hurt, just one eye. And they checked him all out and everything, and they think it's his allergies acting up again. He has some congestion, and he likes to sleep on his side, so he sleeps on his left side a lot, and they think that sinus pressure is pressing down against his eye when he lays on that side, so they gave him some medicine in the ER. They actually gave it to him, and they said that should help. And I'll tell you, all day today he's been doing good. We went to Jimmy's Egg to eat breakfast, or lunch, and then after that came home, played a lot of games, had fun, joked around, and not very long ago, he said his head and eye was hurting, so I told him to take a nap. So he took a nap, and he's hopefully sleeping well. But everyone have a good day out there, and we'll say God bless in 73. This is Kilo Charlie 5, Real Big Guns. Back to net control.
Well, I hope that Kenyon gets to feeling better. I know my allergies have been awful the last several days. I've had problems with that stuff my entire life, and it's no fun. Hey, Shannon, are you going to be here for the entire net? Over.
No, negative. He's sleeping, so I'm going to make sure all my radios are turned down. So just one and done there. And it was, if you're the praying type, please give him some prayers. His mom's going to take him to the doctor tomorrow. We'll check up from his primary. So tonight, and hopefully he'll sleep through the night. Back to net control.
Okay, Shannon, I will keep him in my prayers. I don't like to see anyone sick, especially kids. So I'm going to go ahead and clear with KC5, Real Big Guns. Let's go to Akron and talk to Lucy. KE8YUK, hello.
KE8YUK to the net. I was talking with Josh about the blue screen and almost missed my call-up, so thanks to him. If we could check him in as well. He doesn't have the blue screen up because he's... What are you doing? Taking photos? No, I don't remember. We're very focused tonight. I think we're checking in and out simply because we need sleep. It's funny, having a kid, you'd think it'd be really easy to blame her for lack of sleep and busy schedule and everything. She's the easiest part of our lives, man. It's our own darn fault for not going to bed and not getting off work or shutting down hobbies soon enough or just whatever it is. It's never her. It's always us. So, but definitely prayers for I miss Shannon's son. Yeah, that's really hard. I have realized more and more how much my life revolves around my loved ones being safe and healthy. So with that, I will stop rambling because technically I should be in and out. And thank you all. Have a great night. And we're going to try to make the picnic. We are juggling Josh's grandpa's birthday and the picnic. Yeah, he'll be 91. So we'll see what happens, but we're going to try. With that, I'll pass it back to Nite. Good night. God bless. Take it easy. Oh, and trivia answer. I'm going to go with whichever one Cardinal was. I am up from my computer, so I'm not looking at it. But and it was chickadee, cardinal, canary, and foghorn leghorn. Tempted as I am by foghorn leghorn, but I'm rambling. I'm sure I got eaten by the alligator. 73s, everybody.
Okay, that sounds good. We have you and Josh on the log, and we'll put you both in as in and out. Yeah, I know what you're saying, though, as far as having a child sick. Hey, I've been through cancer twice now, and I will take that any day over seeing my kid sick. So I guess that's just how I am. So, okay, well, my shift is done. Andy has done a fantastic job of getting everybody on the log. I could not get this done without him. So with that being said, I'm going to transfer control over to KE8QKO. This is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Whiskey Echo. Nick, it's all yours.
Thank you, Mike. Fine business on the pre-show as always. Good evening and welcome to the BeaconNet. My name is Nick. My call sign is Kilo Echo 8, Quebec Kilo Oscar, K8QKO, and I will be net control for the evening. The BeaconNet let me restart that. The BeaconNet meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time here on the WWKY repeater 147 Mark 390 positive offset with a PL tone of 114 Mark 8. All-Star Node 48496, and Echo Link W8WKY-R. This is a directed net, so all traffic must pass through net control. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Dewdrop Inn, and various other repeaters, so we ask that you key for a couple of seconds before and after you transmit, so we hear everything you've got to say. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic, please call now. All right, nothing heard. Stations that haven't already checked into the pre-show that would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Kilo, Quebec, 4, Charlie, Alpha, Bravo, KQ4, CAB, J in Raleigh, North Carolina.
All right, that's a pretty good set of check-ins there that we got. Looks like Mike did a good job pulling in the pre-show. And I've got KQ4CABJ checking in with us here from Raleigh, North Carolina. I've also got one from the blue screen, which is KB4NWJ, checking in to us from Carrollton, Ohio. All right, so before we start going through our list of check-ins for the BeaconNet this evening, we're going to go up to Aviate-MO, Andy, and get our trivia question read to us. Andy, go ahead and take it away.
All right, KE8QKO, this is AB8MO. If anybody wants to introduce a trivia question, all of us net controls are all ears. So if you are just itching to get a trivia on here, we would love to have it. At least I would. All right, I'm already getting behind on NetLogger check-ins, so you guys on NetLogger, please be patient. What is Ohio's official state bird? As my phone is blowing up. What is Ohio's official state bird? Is it A, chickadee, B, cardinal, C, canary, or D, delta, foghorn leghorn? Again, what is Ohio's official state bird? Is it A, chickadee, C, cardinal, let me start that again. A, chickadee, B, cardinal, C, canary, all three C's, and then you got an F, foghorn leghorn for D. Back to net, AB and MO.
All right, Andy, thank you very much, sir. Another fine question. And usually we have an alternate question. However, our alternate question provider, that would be, is not here today, or not here yet. He should be, he's on usually in the previous net right before we start. So we'll get back to that alternate question when it pops up. And first we're going to start with K5CFY Ray. How you doing tonight, Ray? And what traffic do you have for that this evening?
K5CFY. Well, thanks for running it. All of the guys on the Beacon team there, you all do a great job. Thanks for keeping it going. And let's see, I'm going to go with C, Charlie, for my answer. And I guess Alan's lagging behind, and I don't see the alternate question there, but I'll throw if he puts one out there, I'll put it in the blue screen there for you. So anyway, thanks for running it, and I'll jump off of here and say 73. Everybody stay safe. K5CFY.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Ray. We just got an alternate question here on the blue screen, so I think Alan might be here with us. So we're going to go up to KI5DAY Alan and see if he is available to read that question for us. Alan, are you out there, and can you read the question?
Hey, good to hear you, Nick at night. And yeah, I do have the alternate question. Sorry, I guess you guys just didn't see me when I came in there. And yeah, Tim, it's always good to lick the beaters, especially when it's running. Anyways, tonight's alternate trivia question. Let me drop this, and I will come back and give it to you. Oh, Nick, report. Is my signal okay?
Yes, sir, your signal is just fine.
Yeah, that's what the mama bear said about the baby's porridge. Hi. Tonight's alternate trivia question is, the original Animal Crackers box had a string on top of the box. This string was added for what purpose? A, for kids to carry small animal toys that were sewed separately after they ate the animal crackers. B, to mimic a small lunch pail for kids. C, to hang on a Christmas tree as an ornament. Or D, for little Thorogood Cornwaldo Bean to use to floss his teeth before bedtime. Let me let this drop and I'll read it one more time. All right, it's a little long, so I'll read it one more time. The original Animal Crackers box had a string on top of the box. The string was added for what purpose? For kids to carry small animal toys that were sewed separately after they ate the animal crackers. B, to mimic a small lunch pail for kids. C, to hang on a Christmas tree as an ornament. Or D, for little Thorogood Cornwaldo Bean to use to floss his teeth before bed. KI5DAY, back to net.
Fantastic, Alan. Thank you for another fine alternate question for us. And before we go any further, I'm going to say this is K8QKO on the WWKR repeater, where I'm running through our list of check-ins for the BeaconNet. And I'm going to go back up to K5CFY because I think I remember the answer for the trivia question that he had, but it's not showing up on the net longer. So, Ray, can you come back and give us the answers for both questions, please?
K8QKO, K5CFY. Certainly be glad to A for the alternate and C for the main one.
All right, thank you, Ray. We got you down there for Charlie and Alpha. I changed your order to hopefully make it a little bit easier for the net logger that's listening. And we appreciate you coming back with that. And, yeah, that's a good start of the net so far. Next, go down to N5GLO, Bill. How you doing tonight, Bill? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening? November 5, Golf Lima Oscar. This is KEAQKO on the Beacon Net. If you try to get back to us there, I saw some activity on my radio, but I did not hear any audio. So if you want to try again with your comments, please call again.
Thing's picking me up. My mic with the N5GLT. You got me now?
Yes, sir, I got you. You had a lot of background noise, but I heard your call sign coming in there. So go ahead and go away with your traffic, sir.
Okay, my phone started to goof up on me. I had a headset plugged in, and it decided it didn't want to pick it up. So anyway, for the one about the birds, I'm going to vote for Foghorn Leghorn, just because I like him. And the alternate question, the string, I do believe he was making it to look like a little mini lunchbox for the kids, so they could sit there and eat lunch instead of just having dessert. Hey, man, everything's going pretty well tonight. N5GLO, back to you.
All right, thank you, sir. Got you down there for Delta and Bravo. And I'm going to add, if you're on Echolink and you plug another device in, sometimes you have to go in the Echolink app and tell it to transmit or listen on certain devices. I've seen that before in mine. If I try to connect like a Bluetooth device, it won't connect to the Bluetooth device, and I realized later that you can actually go in and tell it which device to connect to. I assume if you're on your phone that you're probably using Echolink, and that's why I wanted to add that. All right, thanks for the traffic, sir. Got you in there. And next we had WB4 AIZ Chuck, who is in and out. And we are down to KG4 SCK Mark. How you doing tonight, Mark? And what traffic do you have for us this evening?
Hey, good evening, Nick, and everyone on the net. Not a whole lot of traffic. Went to bed early last night because my college team got beat by some Texas team with the Longhorns. The answer I'm going to give to the first trivia question, I'm just going to say canary. I've seen some flying around. They look like little canaries. I don't know if they're up here or not. Alan's question, man, that's a good one. Let's see. Carrying around sounds practical. Mimicking a lunchbox, it sounds pretty good, but I like Charlie to hang on a Christmas tree. I really like that one. So those are my answers. What is that? B and C, C and C, B and C? Canary and Christmas tree. KG4 SCK, back to net control. 73s, guys.
All right, thank you, Mark. Got you down there for Charlie and Charlie, and also 73 to you, sir. And next we go down to KI5 DAY Allen. Go ahead with your traffic tonight, sir.
KI5DAY in the net. Thanks, Nick. And yeah, thanks for everybody for playing along with tonight's trivias. The original trivia, the real trivia, the Andy trivia. I'm going to say the answer for that one's got to be D, Foghorn Leghorn. Man, I was a huge fan of Foghorn Leghorn as a kid. He had some sayings, and one of my favorite ones I posted in the blue screen was, "Now, boy, I say, boy, you're about to exceed the limitations of my medication." Somebody had a poster of that at work once, and I always loved it. But the Browns beat the Bengals today. Well, that's interesting. And, yeah, I forgot the Cowboys were even playing tonight, and Fred posted a score, so I'll have to check my Hulu on that. I'll probably put on my hula skirt and watch that game on Hulu. Hi. I got issues. Anyway, I'll shoot it back to you. That's about all I got, and hope everybody's having a wonderful wonderful evening. KI5DAY.
All right, thank you, Alan. Got you on there for Delta for the primary question. Yeah, you know, the Foghorn Leghorn quotes. I never really thought of that until just now. I should have a list of those in my pocket that I can use whenever I'm talking to my son and he does something wrong, or I could maybe start quoting Foghorn Leghorn to him and see if he notices. That might be entertaining. We'll see how that goes out this winter. Anyway, next we had KD8QOL, Keith, who is in and out, WBACXO, Mike, who is in and out, KY4SM, Eric, KYSM Lawrence, in and out, and we are down to K8VZA Eric. How you doing tonight, Eric? And what traffic do you have for us this evening?
KE8QKO in the group. This is KE8VZA. I'm going to go with my trivia answers first. I'm going to answer for the main trivia question, Bravo for Cardinal. And the alternate trivia question, I'm going to go with Charlie for the Christmas ornament option. Had my high school class had their 40th year reunion last night. It was a really good time. We had 108 people show up out of our class was in the 550s somewhere, kind of a big class. It was good to see everybody. Everybody that was there anyway. What else? Browns played a really great game today. I saw most of it. Let's hope they can continue to look as tough as they did today. That would be quite a change from most recent seasons, I guess. But just like to say thanks, Nick and Nite, and Mike and Andy and the crew for running the net. You guys do a great job. And thanks, Alan, for the alt question. Always entertaining. This is KE8VZA. Back to you, Nick and Nite.
All right, Eric. Thank you, sir. 40-year reunion. Oh, that's quite the time to wait and see all those old young faces, I guess. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Next we had KD2HCE Chris, who is in and out. And before we get on to the next station, I'm going to identify. This is K8QKO and the WWKY repeater, running through my list of check-ins for the BeaconNet this evening. And we are down to KY4NB Scott. How you doing tonight, Scott? And what traffic do you have for us this evening?
Well, hi, Net Control and everybody on the net. KY4NB here from Memphis, where it's still nice outside and some stars out, and sitting outside still in front of this big yard fan to blow the mosquitoes away. It's probably in the mid-70s now, so we'll take that. Going down even cooler tonight, but back up in the 80s tomorrow, but still nice all week, I think. Well, I'll go with Cardinals there. The Redbirds are the farm team here in for baseball for the Cardinals. Hi. But anyway, Cardinals, one of the favorite birds. I've got a friend down in Texas that's trying to get the Cardinals to come to his bird feeder, so send some down that way. He'd appreciate it. And I'll go with Christmas present to hang it on a tree. That might work. I don't know. Interesting. Well, you know, things were just different. Stringing popcorn on a string and all that back then. Of course, I wasn't alive back then when all that came out. That was a long time ago. If anybody looked up the date on the animal cracker thing, that was a long time ago. But kind of fun. Sounds kind of fun. And I still like eating those. Almost bought some the other day. Well, that's about it for traffic, and I'll be listening. And just got to go to work tomorrow, but try not to work too hard. Thanks for taking my check-in. KY4NB, back to Net Control and the net.
All right, thank you, Scott. I'm glad you're enjoying that weather down there in Tennessee. Yeah, so the weather's been getting a little chillier up here, too. I kind of like that. I like getting into the fall weather. Not so hot, but I'm looking forward to hoodie season. I like hoodie season. It gives me a couple extra pockets to stuff things into and keep me warm at night and be not too hot. Yeah, as far as that alternate question goes, I'm still on the fence on it because there's a couple of questions there where I'm thinking, it could be either one. So I haven't really decided yet, but thanks for getting in with us. And we had a few in and out stations here I'm going to run through. We had K8CMJ. CJ, who was in and out. We had AF5JB Matt in and out. We had W4VIA Robert in and out. We are now down to KAPJW Philip. How you doing tonight, Philip? And what traffic do you have for us this evening? Kilo Echo 8, Bravo Hotel, Quebec. I'm sorry, let me start the wrong call sign. I read the one below the one that's highlighted. Kilo 8, Papa Juliet Whiskey, Philip. This is KEAQKO on the Beacon Net this evening. Can you come back with your comments, sir? All right, hearing nothing from Philip, I got him down on my call back to later list, and we're going to go down to KE8BHQ Ben. How you doing tonight, Ben, and what traffic do you have for that tonight?
KE8BHQ. I'm doing pretty good, mostly just stayed at the house all day, washed and waxed the truck, so nothing too interesting. For trivia, I'm going to go with Bravo and Bravo. And that's about all I got, so I'll give it back to you. This is KE8BHQ.
All right, thank you, sir. Got you down there for Bravo and Bravo, and enjoy washing and waxing that truck. It's nice to have it look nice. Also, in the blue screen, I was just notified that KAPJW Philip was in and out, so we will not be getting back to him. And we are down to KC8FQV Mark. How you doing tonight, Mark? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
All right, net control, KC8FQV. Well, yeah, I went to the football game Friday night, and they won over Revere. The homecoming. It was our reunion, start of it, the class reunion. And then, could have been my, it was a 4th year, or it could have been 30 years, or, I don't know, I mean 10 years. Could have been 40 or 10, because, yeah, I worked 30 years at the school, and then I retired there, but we did 40 years, and now had the class reunion. Went ate last night. Good meal over at D'Angelo's and Twinsburg, and then we today went down to my sister's, and yeah, went past the Map Museum. Well, not right past it, just the front entrance off of 241. Both restaurants we went to, we were going to get coupons for. They were closed. But if I would have looked at it on the map, I would have seen it. We wouldn't even traveled that far. I went with my sister, then ate, and then came home. But it was a nice weekend. I wonder how Finley went. No one has talked about Finley yet. Finley was this morning. I was going to almost go, but then I said, oh, I can't go. I mean, I would have gone, and I could have, but I would have rather went yesterday to Cedar Point and then went from Cedar Point to Finley. It had been a little closer. But didn't do that because I had the class reunion last night. Next weekend, we got the club picnic, and there's 2 things up in Aurora I got to do, or I can do. Just all these things we do now are just that we want to do. They're not we got to do. They're just once. But, yeah, getting to the end of the year, I got also the flyer for the Cleveland Ham Fest. And when is the Cleveland Ham Fest? That's coming up. It's coming up the end of the month. These are 20. Okay. Yep. 49. Sunday, September 24th, is the Cleveland Ham Fest at the Berea Fairgrounds. So, when that is, so I'll throw that out. Well, they're 9 years older than my reunion. Well, that's not too old. But It could be lower. I don't know. We did them during COVID. But everything else is going good still. Oh, on the trivia, I haven't answered that. I'm gonna. And on the trivia, cardinal for the Ohio, and the other one the Christmas ornament. So, cardinal for Ohio bird, and the Christmas ornament for the Cracker Jack box. So back it comes, KCFQV.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, Mike. Got you down there for Bravo and Charlie. And next we go down to KE8QFT, Uncle Fred. How you doing tonight, Fred? And what traffic do you have for us this evening?
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Thanks for everybody who puts their time in to run the net. Yes, I concur that the trivia answers are B for the main question and C for the alternate. I just wanted to remind everybody, maybe we don't like to talk about it anymore. Tomorrow is September 11th, and I'm sure we all remember where we were when the world stopped turning. I've been to some different countries, and I'll say this country is perfect, but it's the best country in the world, and I think the world found that out after 9/11 when, the next day in my town, you couldn't find a flag nowhere. And you couldn't go past 2 or 3 houses without seeing a flag. And I hope we can all put that flag out tomorrow. KE8QFT, back to net control.
Thank you, Fred. That's a fine comments, and I couldn't say I'm better myself. Yeah, the events that happened on September 11th were horrific, and I don't want to say awesome because they weren't awesome, but they showed an opportunity for people to come together that we haven't really had in a long time either. So I like to think of good and bad whenever I look at the world and things around me, and that's kind of where I go with that. So appreciate your comments. Got you down there for Bravo and Charlie. And next we get on to WB3K Phil, who I think he was potentially in and out, but we're going to call out for him anyway, just in case he is not. So, Phil, if you're out there, you can come back with your comments. KE8QKO on the WWKY repeater, going through my list of check-ins for the Beacon Net. All right, WB3K Phil is probably in and out. We have a few more in and out check-ins I'm going to go through here. First, we had KC5 RBG Shannon, who is with his grandson Kenyon tonight, and he said he's turning down his radios to take care of his grandson, so he would not be in for the net. But we're going to say hello to and toss a wave to Shannon, and definitely say that there are prayers for Kenyon and some of the health issues he's had recently. So if you're out there and you're praying for people, send one Kenyon's way. Next, we had K8YUK Lucy, and I listened to Lucy's comments, and I will say, Lucy, if you're listening, I don't know or not, but when my son was a baby, it was our own fault if we didn't get sleep, and we were tired. But as kids get older, they stop sleeping as much, and they start taking up more of your time. So enjoy the time you have now, whenever you can. Enjoy nap times. Enjoy every single nap time, and enjoy the time with your baby. It's an awesome time. And her answer for the primary question was Bravo. We had KAVKA Josh, who was checked in and out, and then we had your KV4 and WJ Chris, who was in and out. We are now down to KQ4 CAVJ. How you doing tonight, Jay? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
This is KQ4CAB. Thank you for calling on me, Net Control. And I'm sitting here trying to clean off the workbench. It doesn't take long for this thing to get cluttered up. You get a little project going on here. And yes, tomorrow is September the 11th, and we want everybody to remember all of our military and our first responders out there. They keep our country going for us. And as far as the questions for the night, trivia questions for the night, I must admit I cheated and looked up the first one on Google. And the answer is D, foghorn leghorn. And I'm sorry about that. I just really didn't know. And the second one, I do remember the little string on the animal cracker box. Carried many of those around when I was a small kid, and I think it was like a lunchbox thing for kids back then. And I too got a email this week, our 45th reunion, class reunion's coming up. And everyone have a great week out there. Just want to say hello to everybody out there on the net and to all the scanner listeners, too. Everybody have a great week. KQ4CAB in Raleigh, North Carolina. Back to net control. 73s, everybody.
All right. Thank you, Jay. I think we'll forgive you for looking up that answer, but we appreciate you coming in with Delta and Bravo. And 45 years. That's a good number. That's a good number, I think. I just turned 45 this year, so I'll say that's a good number. Anyway, next we're going to go on to KI5TAQ, Taco Tim. See what he has for us this evening. Tim, take it away.
Well, good evening to everybody on the net. This is KI5TAQ. For the main trivia question, I'm going to go with the Cardinal. And for the alternate trivia question, I'm going to go with C, to hang on a Christmas tree as an ornament. I know it's very touching to hear some of the guys mention about 9/11 and about those first responders that went into the towers and went to try to put out fires in other places like Pennsylvania and at the Pentagon. But also let's remember the people that was on the flights that was hijacked, and especially on the fourth flight that the hijackers got taken over before they crashed the plane in Pennsylvania. And let's remember them all. I know that somewhere there's going to be a moment of silence, and I hope most of the nets, if not all nets, take a moment of silence tomorrow sometime to remember this incident. And also, let's not forget the people who work for the airlines that was also involved in that tragic event, whether it be the ones on the ground or ones in the aircraft. And that's about all. I'll just send it back to net control. This is KI5TAQ.
All right. Thank you, Tim. Again, very well said, sir. Very well said. You guys down there from Bravo and Charlie. And, thinking of the people that are on the planes, the people that are on the ground, and all the responders. I know, actually, I don't know if it's too much or not, but my wife's family has been, they've been kind of struggling a bit because her uncle was one of the first responders in the World Trade Center. He was actually from Indiana, but he was part of the FEMA team that got dispatched, and a lot because of the things he was exposed to, where he's facing, serious health problems that are meant to, they're likely to end things at some point in the very near future. So I know recently my son was at school and he struggled with that when they were talking about it recently, and just things like that. So it's not, there were people that were there that day that we can all be thinking about, but there's still people today that are suffering and from the event. So just keep that in mind tomorrow as you go about your day and appreciate what you have and the sacrifices of other people that have given it to you. I think that's worth understanding every day. Tomorrow's a good example, but good understanding every day. And now we dive down to KG5 SYC, Miss Sandy. How you doing tonight, Sandy? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
This is KG5SYC, and we've just been out with the sun, running around, and went to church and came home, and the son sat there and wanted to go to a sushi place, an all-you-can-eat sushi place, and so we decided to forego eating lunch because when you go to an all-you-can-eat place, it's usually more than enough to fill you up. So instead of snacking around out, I went and lay down for a little bit and took I can't say really a nap because I never fell asleep, but it was a rest nonetheless, and it felt good to just go vertical and rather than just sitting in a chair, be laying down. At any rate, as far as trivia, I'm going to go with A for the main and B for the alternate. And as far as Alan's throw-off question, I guess it would be the regular flour or almond flour for his biscuits that he threw out there trying to be funny. At any rate, we'll ride along with Alan's funny question, and we'll answer his too. Nonetheless, everything's going well here. This is KG5SYC. Back to you, Net Control.
All right. Thank you very much, Sandy. We got you down there for the answers of Alpha and Bravo. And now, next we're going to go down to KF5ADE, Nickelodeon. How you doing tonight, Nick? What traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Good evening. This is KF5ADE, Nickelodeon. It's been going well. Like Sandy pretty much gave the post on what's going on with us this evening. So I got to take these earbuds out of my head. This is terrible trying to listen or hearing myself at the same time through my phone and an echo. At any rate, just pretty much what she said. We're just hanging out here, taking it easy and chilling out. It is still 88 degrees down here at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night, and down here in South Texas. So we're still in good times of summer and the heat that we have. We did get a wonderful thunder shower just out of the blue, just came down from out of the hill country and just landed right on top of us last night. So we got a real good gully washer of a rainstorm and lightning and thunder, and so that was an interesting thing to happen last night. So it kind of helped out a little bit. But those kind of gully washers, they come and they go and they're gone, and they don't do anybody a whole lot of good except for running the water off and maybe washing the cars off of the dust. So before I get too far along, though, let's see the trivia question. I'm going to have to answer. I don't know which is which, but I do know how they're going to go, and I'm going to sit there and say the handle is used for the animal crackers, because man, I remember those Barnum and Bailey animal cracker boxes on there for a handle. Like the other gentleman said, I can remember toting it around like a little lunch box kind of thing with that string on there. So yeah, that was what that string was for. It was for like a little tote box or or a lunchbox kind of thing. So that'll be my answer, whichever that in the letter would be corresponding to. The other question was something about the state bird of Ohio, and I know Maryland is the Oriole, and I thought the cardinal was Virginia or West Virginia. The lark bunting is for Colorado. So I'm going to have to give the chickadee over to Ohio for you guys. I'm going to have to let you guys have a chickadee for Ohio bird, okay? With that, I guess I'll return it back to you. KF5 AD73, y'all.
All right. Thank you, Nick. Got you down there for Alpha and Bravo. And next, well, actually, before I go down to the next station, I'm going to identify. This is KEAQKO on the WWKI repeater, running through my list of check-ins to the BeaconNet. And next we are going to go down to KC0LRM Kelly. How you doing tonight, Kelly? And what traffic do you have for us this evening?
Hey, hi to everybody out there. Thanks for getting me in there. Not a lot going on. Went to the burger burner we had here yesterday out at the lake, and it was pretty fun. Finally got to meet a lot of these people face to face. That was good. It's been pretty good weather. We're like 74 degrees here right now, which is very nice outside. And I'm kind of like everybody else, kind of thinking a little bit about 9/11. We were talking about that this morning. Just so thankful for what we have and live in a country where we're free to do what we, pretty much free to do what you want. There are some ramifications sometimes, but as far as the trivia questions go, I think for the state bird, I'm going to go to chickadee, like I think it was Nickelodeon said, and for the Cracker Jack box, my answer was going to be C, and I'm not going to change it for what I heard. I'll just leave it at C. So that's about all I got, and I'll let you get some more check-ins there. Like I said, thanks for getting me on here, and thanks for y'all that run that net up there. We love it down here in Oklahoma, and I'm sure everybody else does. All right, y'all have a good evening, and be safe. KC0LRM clear.
All right. Thank you, sir. Got you down there for Charlie and Charlie. Next, we have one in-and-out station, which was K5NCB, checking into the blue screen. And we are now at the bottom of our list for the BeaconNet this evening. This is KAQKO on the WWKI repeater, where I am ready to take check-ins for the BeaconNet. So anyone who is not checked in and would like to check in, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Whiskey Delta 8, Lima Alpha, Neil and Metropolitan Brewster.
Kilo Echo 5, November Charlie Papa, KE5NCP, Tom, Osage County, Oklahoma.
KC1STB, Amherst, Massachusetts.
I don't know if I doubled on somebody or not. It's Whiskey Delta 8, Mike, India Uniform, Seminole, Florida.
November Foxtrot Golf Papa, November 7 Foxtrot Golf Papa, Stratton, Houston.
All right. I got a pretty good list of check-ins there. First, I had KC0LRM. Oh, sorry. KC0LRM initially in and out on my screen. I had KE5NCP, who was listed, I thought he was listed in and out. Maybe I read that wrong. Sorry, Tom, if I did. I know you came back to us again, so we'll get you in there. My list does not match the net logger list. I'm going to go through the net logger list real quick and make sure I got everybody here. And we had WD8MIU Wade, who checked in. I think maybe you did double wave, but it looks like Alan got you, and I got you later on when you came back in again. We had WD8LLA Neil. We had KC1 STB Robert. We had Wade check in again. We can take him off that list, Alan. He's in earlier. And then we had N7 FGP Scott. I think that's... Oh, wait, I have one more in here on my list that Alan did not have, and that was KC1 FTB Robert. No, that's in the list. Hang on a second. Let me sync my list to make sure I got it right here.
W8WKY.
All right, I think the only one we're missing in NetLogger that I can see right now is KE5NCP. No, he's in there. Never mind. Sorry, looking at how things are highlighted. I'm going to go through the list of NetLogger and get everybody in there, and I think we have everybody. So first we're going to go to KE5NCP, Tom. How you doing tonight, Tom? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Well, good evening to you in the net there. Yeah, sorry for the confusion. I opened up NetLogger, had an issue, and then had to shut it back down. And I've got so darn many windows open with the Route 66 deal that was having some issues there, so that didn't work out well. So I guess that's why things got messed up. Apparently, whoever's watching NetLogger must have saw me and put me in and out or something like that. Anyway, thought we'd just check in and get on the books tonight and say hello to everybody. And the only trivia question that I heard was about the Ohio State bird, and I actually didn't hear that, but I read that over on the blue screen. And I'm going to go with Bravo there. I believe that's for the Cardinal. And the other one, I see a lot of people answering C, so I'm just going to say C for Alan's trivia because I don't even know what the question was. So we'll say Bravo and Charlie. And that's about all I got. Just wanted to make it in here before the net ended. So 73 to everybody. KE5 NCP back to net.
All right, thank you, Tom. We had a number of people check in after you there, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to go up to our Trivia Masters this evening. We're going to get both questions reread for us so everybody has it. We're going to start with Aviate-MO Andy, have him read the question, and then have him pass it off to KF5DAY Alan, who will read the alternate question, and then we will come back to you to make sure you have the answers that you want to respond with. So first, Andy, go ahead and take it away.
KAQKO and the Beacon Net from Aviate-MO. Tom, that's exactly what I did. When people sign out a NetLogger, I log them. I sign them out because it's to save time from people that are presumably not going to be there. So, yeah, that's why I checked you in and out. But we got you recorded there, Tom. Thank you for clarifying. All right. What is a... Hold on. I'm coughing on a granola bar. I'm choking on a granola bar or something. What is Ohio's official state bird? And I didn't spell official correctly, I see. OFFIICAL. State bird. Is it a chickadee, a cardinal, a canary, or foghorn leghorn, A, B, C, D, respectively? Again, what is Ohio's official state bird? Is it a chickadee, cardinal, canary, or foghorn leghorn? KI5DAY, over to you for the other trivia. This is Aviate-MO.
Yeah, KI5DAY. Andy, yeah, I totally get it with the granola bar thing, man. It's like I keep a bottle of water there. Because just something amazing about a granola bar. It will choke you to death. I don't know what the deal is with that, but everything crumbles and rumbles and rolls around. The next thing you know, you're gasping for air. So been there, done that. This is KI5 DAY with tonight's alternate trivia question. Let me let this drop. Gotta love you some foghorn leghorn. Well, anyways, here's tonight's alternate trivia question. The original Animal Crackers box had a string on top of the box. The string was added for what purpose? A, for kids to carry small animal toys that they sold separately after they ate the animal crackers. B, to mimic a small lunch pail for kids. C, to hang on a Christmas tree as an ornament. Or D, for little Thorogood Cornwaldo Bean to use to floss his teeth before bed. KI5DAY, back to net.
All right, thank you, gentlemen, for responding with those questions. I'm going to go down to KE5NCP Tom and see if he wants to verify his answers. Tom, go ahead and take it away.
This is KE5NCP. Thanks, sir. And I'm going to go ahead and stick with B as in Bravo for the primary. And now that Alan posted the question as he did, I'm torn. I'm going to change the secondary answer to B as in Bravo. As I remember, that's what we used it for. But I don't remember the other ones being used that way. So anyway, I'm just going to go with probably shouldn't ever change your answer once you list it, because you usually are wrong. But I'll wait and find out. Anyway, I'll change it to Bravo. So Bravo. Thanks a lot. KE5NCP.
All right, thank you, Tom. Yeah, I'm torn on that one as well for probably similar reasons. But yeah, I guess I'm there for Bravo and Bravo. Next we're down to WD8MIU Wade, Fairweather Wade in Florida, who apparently avoided another hurricane this week, so that sounds awesome. Wade, how you doing? And what traffic do you have for that for us this evening?
Well, first off, it's good to hear your voice, and excuse me. And hearing everybody else, heard Uncle Fred there, and of course Alan, and a bunch of other people, and it's good to hear everybody. We got another one heading towards Florida, but I think it's going to turn north, so hopefully we'll find out next week what Lee's planning on doing. But I'm watching Sunday Night Football here, and it's raining. I think they're in New York, and of course Dallas has run away with the game. I think it's 40-0, I think. But I'm going to go with B and C, I think. B for the first question, C for Alan's question. And that's about all I got. So just thought we'd check in tonight and continue to support this net. It's good to have all my friends up north be able to talk to them now once in a while, sometimes once or twice a week. Back over to you, Nick, WD8MIU.
All right, thank you, Wade. We do not see, I do not see your answers in the net logger. Do you want to come back with us one more time, please, for the trivia?
I'm going to go with B and C, Bravo and Charlie.
All right, thank you, sir. Got down there for Bravo and Charlie. It's good to hear from you. Next, go down to WD8LLA. Neil, how you doing tonight, Neil? And what traffic do you have for that this evening?
This is WD8LLA. Good evening, Mike and everyone on the net tonight. I just spent the last almost month traveling. I hadn't been on the radio at all, except when I got lost in Florida. We went 200 miles out of our way, and I got on 2 meters and turned around, and the only way back was 200 miles in reverse. So when you get near 80, that happens, and then your wife's driving, My wife drove about 3,000 miles during this last month. It was amazing. I got a hole in the floor on the right side for my foot, but hey, I'm gone with a cardinal. I know that's what a highest bird is. I'm a bird fan. And I can't remember, what was the second question about?
W8WKY.
All right, Neil, the second question was about animal cracker boxes. Let's go back up to Alan and have him read that for you again. Alan, can you reread the alternate question for us?
Oh, I got it.
All right, go ahead and take it away.
I remember hanging one on the Christmas tree in like 1954. When you got that little box of crackers, you ate them all. There wasn't no lunchbox. I think it was Christmas ornament. Back to net control, 73, and thanks for running the net. All our friends, it's good hearing everybody out west. It's glad to be home, get on the radio. Back to net control.
All right, thank you, Neil. Yeah, I think that's a tricky part of the question, is that part of it is asking what it was added for, but also there's the how people used it. And people don't always use things the same way that the company thought about it when they added it to the product. So that's where I kind of get confused on it, kind of torn both ways. But I appreciate you. And there we got to it for Bravo and Charlie. And next we're down to KC1 STB. Robert, how you doing tonight, Robert? What traffic do you have for the net this evening?
Hello, Robert, or Bravo, Oscar, Bravo, KC1STB. Let's see, I picked up my sister at the airport Friday during massive lightning and thunder. Her flight was diverted to Poughkeepsie. I was picking her up in Connecticut. Anyways, 3 hours later, she arrived and spent the weekend here, so that was great. Other than that, I'm gonna go with B&B, I guess, on the options there. And that's about it. I said we're going through lightning storms and whatnot. I had a hell of a drive picking up my sister, dodging tree limbs, massive puddles, and whatnot. And then that was just trying to get to the highway. So that's about it, KC1STV, and thank you for the net.
All right, Bob, thanks for getting in with us there. And you got your answers down as Bravo and Bravo. Next, we go down to N7FGP, Scott. How you doing tonight, Scott? What traffic do you have for that this evening?
Good evening, everyone. This is Scott, N7FGP in Houston, Texas. Being a medical retired first responder, of course, I'm thinking about tomorrow. Can't be that long, but it is. Anyhow, that's about all I have for my answers tonight. I'm going to go with Charlie and Bravo. Thanks, N7FGP.
All right, Scott, thank you, sir, and got you down there for Charlie and Bravo. We are back down at the bottom of our list. This is KE8QKO and the WWKY repeater, where I am running the BeaconNet this evening. And we are ready to take additional check-ins. If anyone would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Net Control, Victor Kilo 2 Delta Yankee, VK2DY, Robert in Sydney.
Net Control, November 4, Tango Uniform Golf, N4TUG, Tom, Mountain City, Tennessee.
This is N8PZD, trying to check in on RF from Cleveland, Ohio.
All right, got a few check-ins there. We have VK2DY Robert, we had N4TUG Tom, and we had N8PZD Clark checking in with us there. So, well, good job getting in there, Clark. I know sometimes we hit or miss getting in with RF, but it's good to hear you. So we're going to go up to the top of this short list we got here. We're going to go up to VK2DY Robert. We're going to see what traffic he has for us, and let's hear what the weather's like down there in Sydney, Australia.
Good afternoon, 1:04 p.m. Monday afternoon. It's Robert, Victor Kilo 2 Delta Yankee in Kellyville Ridge, New South Wales, but all part of the urban sprawl that is Sydney. My outdoor thermometer says 21 degrees, which is about 70 Fahrenheit, which is pretty typical for this part of spring in Sydney. But we're going to get a touch of summer by the weekend. They're predicting highs in the low 30s, which is, I think I actually did the math, so I think it was like 94 predicted for Sunday, so 94 Fahrenheit. So we're about to make an early summer transition here. I think, I'm not sure, but at any rate, we're going to get our first touch of summer here next weekend. Other than that, not a whole lot else happening. We're just coming up to resetting our clocks. We go on to daylight savings time in October 1st. So I'll have to remember all of the nets are now an hour later if they're in outside of Australia. So I have to, this is the time of year when you have to think about these things, man, oh man. Anyway, aside from that, not a whole lot else happening. We're sort of, we've gone past the first level of spring blossoms, and we're into the second level of spring blossoms, and very soon the jacarandas will be out, and it'll really be officially the end of spring. VK2DY, oh, and the other thing is magpies are swooping. Magpies are notoriously territorial, and if you go anywhere near your nest, they will come down on you and attack you. So it's that time of year here where magpie swooping season. VK2DY. Oh, and one more thing. I'm going to take, let's see, Charlie Bravo for the trivia questions. VK2DY.
All right, thank you, Robert. Yeah, getting into summer, we're getting into winter. You know, as I think about it, you mentioned your daylight savings time. So you're going to go forward an hour, if I understand that correctly, and so we'll be an hour, or are you going back an hour? You're going forward an hour, and then we're going to go back an hour in November. So I believe that'll put our net 2 hours off from where you think it is now, come November, if I did that math and correctly in my head, and I rarely do. I hate time zones. They are the bane of my existence sometimes, especially this time of year. But anyway, appreciate you getting in there. We got you down there for Charlie and Bravo. And we had N4TUG Tom. How you doing tonight, Tom? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening?
W8WKY.
Well, I just happened, this is the first time I've heard this net. I happened to be scanning around, seeing if I could hear anything. I'm out here, my wife and I have this little getaway cabin out here in Mountain City. It's up on top of Dry Stone Mountain. So I haven't got the antenna up yet, so I'm not using Echolink. But it's right now 65, and it's so foggy. Right now, if I walk out my front door, I won't be able to see 10 feet in front of me. But at least the weather's nice temperature-wise. But thanks for running the net, and I'm just going to listen in for a while. And I missed the first trivia question. That's right, it was about a bird. I have no idea, but I do know, and I forget which letter it was, the string on the animal crackers was used for Christmas ornaments. N4TUG will be standing by.
W4VA comment.
Is that WD4VA?
This is Whiskey 4 Victor India Alpha. I remember when we used to go to school, and we got them animal crackers that packed it for Mama and Daddy used to pack it for me, and that string was used for a little carry, mainly for the girls. They little carry just long like a lunchbox on that string.
All right, sir, we got you down there. Well, I think he said that they used the animal crackers as lunch boxes. That would be Charlie, I think, or Bravo. It'd be Bravo for the alternate question. But thanks for getting back to us there. And I'm going to go back up real quick, though, to N4TUG Tom. Looks like our net logger only got your... Oh, we did get your alternate question. We didn't get the primary question for you. So, before we continue forward, I'm going to have Andy reread the primary question so that we can get NT4TUG's answer in there. So, Andy, if you want to reread the question, I would appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how everybody heard Alan's question and missed mine. Anyway, what is Ohio's official state bird? What is the U.S. state of Ohio's official state bird? Is it A, a chickadee, B, cardinal, C, canary, or D, delta foghorn leghorn? KEAQKO from AB8MO.
All right, thank you, Andy. And for TUG, Tom, do you have an answer for our primary question this evening?
I'm not sure which letter it was, but I'm going to take a stab at it as the cardinal.
All right, sir. Got you down there for Bravo and Charlie for your trivia answers. And then before I go over to Clark, I'm going to go back up to W4VIA. W4VIA. Robert, I think you answered... Oh, we got you in there as Bravo and Bravo for both answers, so that's showing up earlier in your original check-in now. Thanks for getting with us there, Robert. We appreciate it. Next, we're going to go out to N8PZD Clark. Hi, dinner night, Clark. And what traffic do you have for us this evening?
All right. Good evening, everyone, near and far, and ships at sea. My answer is going to be cardinal and the string for a Christmas tree. I think I've seen one of these at my oldest brother's house, but I'm not positive. So I want to say yes to what Uncle Fred said. Wonderful country we live in, and we have to remember all the many ankles and elbows that tried to help out during that fateful episode on September 11th. I'm going to pass it back to Net Control and say thanks for taking my call. 73 all the way around. N8PZD.
All right, thank you, Clark. Got you down there for Bravo and Charlie. We are now at the bottom of the list. This is K8QKO on the WWKR repeater, where I am going through our beacon net this evening. This is a pretty good one. It's getting pretty long. I'm going to give our net control forgive me. I'm going to give our net control team a chance to come in with some comments before we do one more round of check-ins for any additional stragglers that are out there. So, KEQWE Mike, who he's actually in and out, he had some stuff that he needed to take care of after the pre-show, so he took care of that for us and stepped aside, so thank you, Mike. I know you're not listening, but thank you anyway. And next we go down to KD8 SLG, just Nick from Orville, Ohio. Nick, take it away.
KEQKO and the BeaconNet. This is KD8SLG. Yeah, good evening, Nick and everyone. Let's dig right into it. I believe the Ohio State bird is the cardinal. That was my mom's favorite bird, so I like cardinals. They have a specific diet. Get bird seed that attracts them. I like the foghorn leghorn thing. I always found the little chicken hawk that attacked him quite interesting. I believe his name was Henry Hawk, not Henry Hawk, but Henry Hawk. Henry Hawk. I like that character. All right, let's go on to Alan's dealio there. I believe that the boxes had the string to become ornaments for the Christmas tree. That is what I believe. However, I must address the Cornwaldo bean distractor. And I must say the archives are very short on information with Thorogood Cornwaldo bean. I did have the opportunity to contact our genealogist there and discovered that that branch of the family tree was quite short, something of a twig. Thorogood not only ate the animal crackers, but he also consumed the boxes and only left the strings behind. He did, however, tend to suck on them as he had something of an oral fetish. It was later decided that both his impotency and infertility were caused by the polychlorinated biphenyls that were used to bleach the string and the boxes for the animal crackers. This is KD8SLG, back to net control.
All right, Nick. I guess we got you down there for Hotel, Henry Hawk, and Charlie for your alternate question. Next, we go down to KD8 EPC, Dustin, the Sasquatch of Medina. How you doing tonight, sir? And what traffic do you have for the net this evening? Kilo Delta 8 Echo Papa Charlie. This is Kilo Echo 8 Quebec Kilo Oscar on the BeaconNet. Dustin, we're looking for your comments and traffic this evening.
W8WKY.
This is Kilo Juliet 5 Charlie Golf Juliet. I'm Ossie out of Tulsa. Just heard your net and checking in.
All right. Looks like Dustin perhaps stepped away from his radio, is no longer able to get in with us there. All right. I had a station trying to check in with us, and that is Kilo Juliet 5 station. Can you come back with your suffix, please?
Kilo Juliet 5, Charlie Golf Juliet.
All right, copy KG5 or KJ5 CGJ. So Kilo Juliet 5, Charlie Golf Juliet. We got you in there, sir. And we also had a station check-in, I think, from the blue screen. Perhaps I missed it, but it was W8 DWW was Dan. So we're going to get to stations here in just a moment. All right, we're going to go up to W8DWW, Dan, and see what traffic he has for the net this evening. Whiskey 8, Delta Whiskey. Dan, are you out there, and do you have traffic for the Beacon Net this evening? All right, so I guess he's just on the blue screen, not maybe listening to the net, so not sure what's going on there. But we got him checked in. Maybe mark him in and out unless he wants to come back later. And next we had Kilo Juliet 5, Charlie Golf Juliet, Aussie, who checked in. Aussie, go ahead and take it away.
Just working late tonight, heard radio scanning, hit your net there, so thought I'd check in, see what's going on. It's for me, it's been a crazy week, but it was beautiful weather today, so our green kids were not with us. They normally live with us, so we had wife and I had a day to ourselves and got to do the motorcycle and got some work done and just enjoyed this weather.
All right, sir. Thank you for getting in with us. Glad you got some work done there. Did you happen to hear our trivia questions this evening?
No, I did not.
All right, let's go ahead and get those read for you. So, Andy, if you want to read the question and pass it off to Alan, Aussie there can get both questions read to him, and we can get his answers. So, Andy, take it away.
All right. This is EBHMO. What is Ohio's official state bird? What is Ohio's official state bird? Is it A, chickadee, B, cardinal, C, canary, or D, foghorn leghorn? Again, what is Ohio's official state bird? Is it A, chickadee, B, cardinal, C, canary, or D, foghorn leghorn? KI5DAY, this is EBHMO.
Thanks for tossing it my way, Andy. And yeah, Aussie, good to hear you, man. This is Alan, KI5DAY. Good to meet you yesterday for the first time. And just tell you guys, he's a good dude and a new ham and much nicer than Tim and Ray. Hi. But anyways, we got to meet him yesterday for the first time. So I hope you wrote down your answer to the first trivia question there, Aussie. And I'm going to ask you the second one. Let this drop. When I'm done, I will send it back to Net Control, and he will ask you what your answers are. So here we go. Here's the alternate trivia question. The original Animal Crackers box had a string on top of the box. The string was added for what purpose? A, for kids to carry small animal toys in that were sold separately after they ate their animal crackers. B, to mimic a small lunch pail for kids. C, to hang on a Christmas tree as an ornament. Or D, for little Thorogood Cornwaldo Bean to use to floss his teeth before bed. KI5DAY, back to Nick.
KJ5CGJ. All right, Aussie, you've heard our questions. What are your answers?
Well, I think I have the bird. I think that's B, cardinal. Hopefully I got the letter and the bird combination right there. And I'm going with the lunch pail, which I think was also B. So, B.
All right, thank you, sir. Yeah, I think I'm also going to go with Bravo and Bravo. Andy, I didn't really mention that earlier, but that's what I'm going with. I was torn. My initial thought was Bravo and Bravo, so that's what I'm going to stick with. Okay, so we're back in the bottom of our list. This is KEQKO and the WWKY repeater. I've gone through this list of check-ins for the BeaconNet. We're at the point now where we need to get our answers for the trivia questions. So we're going to start with Andy, AVNMO, have him come back with his answer, and then we'll go down to KF5DAY Allen, get his answer for the trivia question. So, Andy, go ahead and take it away.
All right. I got skipped for comments, but I'm not blaming you, Net Control. I know why that happened. Anyway, this is ABNMO. All right, what is Ohio's official state bird? Like I said, I'm running out of content, folks. So if anybody has a trivia question they'd like to share, I'm all ears. This is really trivias are not my strength, and I put a lot of effort into it, believe it or not. Right. What is Ohio's official state bird? And it was indeed a cardinal. In 1933, the Ohio State Legislature designated the northern cardinal as Ohio's state bird. 7 states, Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, North Carolina, Ohio, Virginia, and West Virginia, also have the northern cardinal as their official state birds. And I got a kitty cat right next to him. He would love to catch one of those cardinals. Back to that. KAQKO, this is ABNMO.
All right, Amy, thank you for another fine question. Next we have to KI5DAY Allen. Let's get the answer for your question, sir.
All right, KI5DAY in the net. I was doing a little counting, and I'll go ahead and ask the question. I'll give the answer. The question was, the original Animal Crackers box had a string on top of the box. The string was added for what purpose? For A, kids to carry small animal toys sold separately after they ate the animal crackers. B, to mimic a small lunch pail for kids. C, to hang on a Christmas tree as an ornament. Or D, for little Thorogood Cornwaldo Bean to use to floss his teeth before bed. Let me let this drop. Okay, and the most commonly picked answer was actually B, to mimic a small lunch pail for kids. Was that the correct answer? Was the majority right? No, the correct answer was actually C. It was a common practice to hang it as a Christmas tree ornament. And for some history, in the mid-1800s, animal crackers were imported to the United States from England until, in 1871, the D.F. Stauffer Company, biscuit company in York, PA, by the way, started producing them. Originally, a string was put on the box to be used as a Christmas tree ornament. Voila and caviar. There's your answer. KI5DAY. Back to Nick.
Alan, thank you for another fine question. Yeah, I figured that was probably some marketing person's plan with the string. But like I said, my original thought was Bravo, so I stuck with it. He also appreciated another fine alternate trivia question. And this is K8QKO and the WWKY repeater, where we usually have at least one more person trying to check into the BeaconNet after we've read the trivia answers. So we're going to open this up one more time and one more time only for additional check-ins to the BeaconNet. Anyone who'd like to check in, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, along with your name and location.
Whiskey Delta 8 Lima Alpha recheck.
All right, WD8 LLA with your recheck. Go ahead.
It's getting past my bedtime, so I'm ready to roll in. I just wanted to have our prayers go out to the families at Afghanistan when they pulled out, when our American soldiers, Biden left them there and they lost their lives, their families. It's still going on. The open border down there, we're being invaded, and that is the word for it. Any other country, they'd be shot. And that's my comments for the night. WD8LLA 73, everyone, and stay safe out there.
All right, WD8LLA, thank you for the comments, sir. Always appreciate it. And that puts us down at the bottom of our list for the BeaconNet. So, I am going to say on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, KD8QWE, KD8SLG, KD8EPC, and AV8MO, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for checking in with us this evening. Come and join us on the next edition of the BeaconNet, Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the WWKY repeater, All-Star Node 48496, and Echolink WWKY-R. You are also welcome to join on the Barometer Net, also on the WWKY repeater, every morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, except for Sunday. Also, don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time on All-Star Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R. You've been listening to the BeaconNet. This is K8QKO, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur radio use at this time. 73 all.
KI5DAY, this is KI5TAQ.
KI5DAY has left the building. No, hey, what's going on, Tim?
Yeah, I was figuring on, see what was happening. You like my idea of the air cannon and the cat?
Well, cats are an interesting topic because, like, I like cats. If I go to somebody's house and they have cats, they're fun to play with. But the best part about it is when I leave, they stay there. So, yeah, I much prefer doggies. But, yeah, I would probably not have the heart to shoot one through a cannon. Occasionally I do take my neighbor's cats to the car wash, but, you know, they're not so fond of the soap. But they love the rinse cycle for whatever reason. But, yeah. I don't know, man. Sending a cat through a cannon, as long as there's a really big net to catch him, I guess.
Yeah, as long as there's a net to catch him. But, anyways, basically, story short, there were a few times I watched a program that involved these guys that would build various catapults, and they would go chunking pumpkins. And they'd do it, I think, around Halloween or after Halloween. And they'd build the, as I said, various different catapults. And then last but not least, they have air cannons, and boy, do they launch them.
I do believe I have seen that show, and I think the name of the group that won most years, the group that got together and they would win the catapult contest almost every year, they were called the Pumpkin Chunkin' Country Bumpkins.
Yeah, about close, but anyways, you see these, we all see them, and as I said, we've seen the catapults, and they could be ranging from mechanicals to rubber bands or what have you, and it's amazing.
Comment.
Go ahead.
KC comments.
Yeah, this is N4TUG. Yeah, that's the Pumpkin Chunkin' started in Delaware, and they had to, about 3 years ago, move from the field. It started at a bar, and it moved out into the field. They had to actually move the whole contest because the field is only a mile long, and they're now shooting them over a mile.
Nothing dangerous about that. There was another comment. Go ahead.
Was that me, KC1STV? A friend of mine I used to work with at a solar company, his friend had seeds that would grow 1,000-pound pumpkins almost every time, and he used to put them into the fair, the local fair. So you need, I don't know what kind of equipment you need to launch one of those, but he used to grow huge pumpkins.
Wouldn't want to be on the cleanup crew. KI5EA1.
This is KI5TAQ. I totally agree. I would not want to be on that cleanup crew because the bigger the pumpkin, seems like some of those go into the world record books.
Especially if it's in the middle of August. I don't know if you've ever smelled rotten pumpkin that's been sitting out for a while that got broken open, but it's not pleasant.
Yeah, totally agree.
Well, I'm going to jump out of here and go lower my antenna mast in case we get some storms overnight and disconnect both of my coaxes real quick. So, great net. It was a lot of fun. A good AA net as well. We had a good turnout for the AA net, and things are moving. Things are shaking. So, looking forward to our next December meeting there and going somewhere for lunch afterwards. So, I guess I got to send that photocopy of my license there to Mr. Mike so I can become the official treasurer. But anyways, I'm going to jump out of here and say 73. Great net for the Ohio guys if you're still listening. AI5PAY 73.
They didn't understand the comedy. I guess maybe nobody does, but I thought it was hilarious.
W8WKY.
In some ways, I think it's hilarious too. This is KI5TAQ. Great net tonight on both American and the Silvercreek net. I'm going to get out of here and maybe get some rest. This is KI5TAQ 73.
Don't forget to strap that devil dog of yours down to the bed there tonight, Tim, so he don't bite nobody. KI5DA1.
Yeah, Alan, that devil dog, he stays mostly close to mommy, but then there are times he gets to daddy, and then he'll be asleep. The only time when he fights is when he's in his dream.
Well, hopefully one day I can get him used to me. Maybe if I'm around him a little bit more. He's a funny little dog. I just hate protecting his territory, but we'll holler at you soon. Looking forward to the weather this week. At least at work we won't be suffering. KI5DAY clear.
You take care of yourself, Alan. This is KI5TAQ 73.
Is it a Chihuahua? KC1STB, Kilo Charlie 1, Sierra Tango Bravo. Question, if you know what is out there.
KI5DAY. Did somebody call out to me? I was lowering antenna masts.
KC1STB, just have a general question.
Go ahead.
The other day about a month ago, I was without internet at the house for about a week, give or take 6-7 days, and using my SDR receiver with my literally random wire antenna. It's about 35-40 feet. I don't know exactly. FT8, I was able to pick up FT8 and also see spots on JT8, whatever it is, with absolutely no internet connected. So I'm just trying to figure that out as to how that worked. It was amazing to me. It worked just as well as if I had not had internet. So, yeah, that's my question. Any ideas?
Wow, Yeah, I have no idea. I don't use SDR, but I use an online SDR for Northern Utah that they have their own websites you can go to and use their software-defined radio system to see what's out there. But I've never used it myself of my own. So yeah, I have no idea how that would happen.
It was unexpected. I figured that there needed to be some kind of connection for the software to work, but I was getting reports of across the country with my compromised antenna, like I said, whatever, 35, 40 feet going to a tree, and absolutely no internet connection to the house, but still getting reports from other countries and states. So it was very interesting.
Yeah, it's a bit strange, but not sure how it happened, but at least it worked, I guess. That's kind of cool.
Kilo Charlie 1, Sierra Tango Bravo. Yeah, it did, and that's what I'm trying to figure out is the why. Anyways, anybody else have any information on that I'd love to hear? Thank you.
KJ5CGJ, comment.
KC5, do you have a comment?
Yeah, I didn't want to step on toes of others there, but you know what? I have not personally used the software-defined radio, but I was watching a YouTube video about a guy that does ham because I'm just consuming all kinds of stuff because I'm new to ham in general, and I'm going to drop for just a minute. So he was also using software-defined radio software to actually, he uses a ICOM 7 something or other, I don't remember, I think 713 maybe, I might be wrong on that, but he actually uses the software-defined radio to control his radio, and from my understanding is, for the actual radio functionality, it doesn't actually need the internet. So if it's, when you said you were getting reports, did you mean digitally in the software or just verbally on the radio?
W8WKY.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was using SDR HD 2820, I believe it is, which is the dongle with the hammer up, but I had that turned off. So I guess my point was I was able to hear stations and see stations across the globe without internet access to whatever it is, the JDXTL or whatever the software is for FT8. I know it's getting confusing, but what it comes down to, I believe, is off-grid, which I had no connection to the internet for almost 7 days, it was still reporting locations via the radio. And I know I'm probably not understanding it correctly, but anyways.
Well, that does sound odd, but that's actually for me personally. I'm kind of getting into. I want to get into the art and stuff, but then this is crazy. I mean, I'm seeing what everybody else is saying. The bad part about radio is there's 1,000 hobbies that you can start chasing after in it. So we'll see where I end. But yeah, software-defined radio looks pretty cool, especially for just having a way to do that from your laptop when you're not in the radio room, sort of thing. So yeah.
Absolutely. KC1STV. Yeah, like I said, I'm a new ham myself, technician, been about 8 months, give or take. Been studying for a lot longer. My grandfather, obviously, one of the grandfather guys that got me into it. His name was K2IAQ, King 2 Ida Able Queen. I remember him trying to hit a repeater.
So how long have you been doing ham?
Hey, Ossie, this is KD8SLG, and the guy you were just talking to was on the Dewdrop end, and that just dropped off of our link there automatically at 10 minutes before the top of the hour because they have another net coming up. So that's where that guy went. KD8SLG.
KJ5CGJ. Hey, thanks for that. I figured something like that would happen, so guess I'll talk to him another time. This is KJ5CGJ monitoring.
W8WKY.